Hey, so here are 5 things I learned practically about nutrition as a collegiate soccer player that I probably should have learned in the classroom, but it took me a little bit of applying the information or misapplying it to actually learn about it. First thing is, if you don't eat enough before you go lift, it's not going to go well. Like, you are going to feel like you're going to pass out, or you're going to throw up, or potentially even both. I was a pass out queen when I was in college. It didn't matter what we were doing. I always ate enough to like kind of check the boxes, but I ate something to check the boxes. I didn't eat enough, and therefore I couldn't figure out why every time I got in there and we started to do anything at any level of intensity, I'm not talking like maxing out, like literally just like doing lunges with dumbbells, right? Why I always felt like I had to pass out. It's because I didn't eat enough. So you need to eat like enough stuff. You need primarily carbohydrates, a little bit of protein and fat before you actually go train, and then you can actually like produce power, like 30 to 60 grams of carbs, a little bit of protein or fat. I didn't do that, so I always felt like I was gonna pass out. Number 2, if you don't eat protein, you're not gonna get stronger, and it doesn't matter what you do. So I went through this phase where I thought like, all right, we were learning all about fat, and I didn't want to have too much fat in my intake, and so I started like replacing a lot of my protein sources with vegetables, which is a horrible idea because I in fact got weaker. We were lifting, we were training, we were competing, and even with all of that, I was getting weaker. Why? Because I didn't have any protein, or like not enough protein. So if you don't eat enough protein, you won't get stronger, and as an athlete, you won't play well. The third thing I learned is energy drinks and energy shots are only going to get you so far, and that's not very far. I was like, I couldn't figure out why I was tired all the time. Probably because of the protein and under eating in general. But those were some of the things. And I mean, I was doing all right in sleep and whatever. But I was pounding energy drinks and energy shots. Guess what? That's not going to last. You're supposed to eat food to be able to give you energy and sustain you and do all the functions within your body that food is intended to do so that you feel good and you can compete. I didn't do that. But what I learned is those energy shots, they only went so far. They actually didn't last super duper long. So, number 4 is if you actually eat carbohydrates mid-game, it can be life-changing. So, if it's research has shown that if you're training or competing moderate intensity exercise, doesn't matter if you're a college athlete or a weekend warrior, or you're just going out for a 90-minute run because it sounds good to you today. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If it's 90 minutes or longer, you should be having some carbs in there so that it helps you sustain throughout them, because your body's going to use what's already readily available to that point. You got to make sure that it lasts. So at halftime, they would like bring out these energy gels, and sometimes I just like wanted to eat it because everybody else did. But guess what? When I did, it actually gave me energy for the second half. Imagine that. So carbs mid-game, it can be life-changing, even if you were a goalkeeper, all right, and not running all up and down the field. Number 5, and this is a duh, but like seriously, if you have a water bottle with you, you are gonna drink more water. I did not like water in high school, growing up, didn't love it in college, but we walked around with water bottles, and guess what? I drink more water. So if you're wondering how to be hydrated, step number 1, get a water bottle. Keep it with you, because if you have a water bottle, you're more likely to drink water and you're more likely to be hydrated. So 5 simple rules I learned as a college soccer player. Hopefully they'll help you too.